Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya.
Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya.
Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya.
Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya.
A couple of emails which I'm going to read and then comment on them. From disciples seeking help and guidance, which is typical of the modern age, that it's being done by email. It's everything's on the internet these days, even the guru-disciple relationship. It's just logistics of modern living. Well, not always. Bhakti Raghav Swami is staying for 2 years in Hebri, so at least those disciples who are with him there will have his association regularly. This is a letter from a female married disciple living in America to myself. Hare Krishna, dear Guru Maharaj. Well, as a point of etiquette, although it's always good to say the holy names, but Bhakti Siddhanta Saraswati Thakur said that we shouldn't write Hare Krishna as the first thing in a letter, because then you become the Namopadeshta. You're telling others to chant the holy names, which is not, well, unless you're the guru of the person, it's not appropriate. Most people don't know that, so I'm not blaming the devotee. Please accept my humble obeisances. All glories to Srila Prabhupada. All glories to Sri Sri Guru and Gauranga. Okay, that's a very good start to the letter. Short letter. I am certainly most fallen and the worst sinner, so I am writing to you. I am extremely miserable and struggling very, very hard to exist in my current situation and circumstances. Please give me mercy in some form so I can remain Krishna conscious and carry on with my devotional services and duties. Please forgive me. Hare Krishna. Your very fallen servant. And gives the name. Oh, bring the other malas from the room. So, she seems to be going through a particularly difficult period. I'm not sure exactly what it is, what's the particular difficulty, because she hasn't said. Often devotees presume that their guru is omniscient, that he knows everything that's going on in their life. But even Srila Prabhupada, he didn't claim such omniscience. When he was asked, how did he know what was going on with all his disciples? He said, I asked my temple presidents if I need to know. Otherwise, it's just generally presumed that they're engaging in devotional service, that's all. And that is, give me mercy in some form. Now, the Guru, as we know from, well, it's just such, I was going to quote that first verse of Guru Ashtakam, but it is just the whole conception of Guru in the traditional conception is someone who's very merciful. In the modern age, in modern English, Guru has come to mean someone who you go to a course on motivational speaking or personality development or something like that. You pay them some money and they're a management guru or computer guru or something like this. But the Guru has much deeper meaning than that. Specifically, in Bhakti line, in all, even in the Advaita line, the Guru is taken as a personification of the mercy of what, the impersonal Brahman or whatever. So we sing Sangsara Dava Nalalita Loka Charnaya Karanya Gana Ganabam Praptasya Kalyana Gunarnavasya Vande Goroshi Charnar Vindam. The Guru receives mercy from the ocean of mercy, who is Krishna. Krishna is the ocean of mercy. But practically, to benefit from the ocean water, one has to. The cloud is more practical for that. The cloud practically gives that. But we should also understand Guru is teacher. That's the basic meaning of a jnana data. Upadekshyanti te jnanam. They will initiate you into knowledge. So both factors are there. Often the factor of mercy is overly stressed. And the factor of giving knowledge, and also the factor that Srila Prabhupada, he would always translate Guru as spiritual master. Although often nowadays in our society it's translated as spiritual teacher or spiritual guide, but Srila Prabhupada said spiritual master, which is it's completely in accord with the tradition. It's not that, especially in the Bhakti tradition, that the instruction of the spiritual master is the life and soul of the disciple. So please give me mercy. Well, it's not that it's not there. It's always there, but we have to take it. There is nothing to prevent us completely surrendering to Krishna at any moment except our willing obstinacy to not do so. That our willing obstinacy is deep-rooted means we have to have a guru to guide us toward that point of full surrender. Because we know we want to go there, but we have deep-rooted obstinacy. But the basic instructions are there for everyone to follow. And really one just has to follow them very carefully. And all mercy will be there. Now, there is also the point of Guru and Gurus. The Guru of everyone in the Krishna conscious movement in the modern age, well, specifically the International Society for Krishna Consciousness, is Srila Prabhupada, whose instructions we can access very easily because he's kindly made them available by writing so many books. And many acharyas have written many books, but we may say it's our bias, but we find that by reading particularly Srila Prabhupada's books, we find that Srila Prabhupada, as if, or actually if, Srila Prabhupada is directly speaking to us and cutting our misconceptions and giving us the energy required to perform devotional service. So really, Acharya in the modern age within ISKCON should be direct us toward Prabhupada, and just a personal role to follow. His personal role is there also, no doubt. Just like how to, in your own particular situation, how you can practice devotional service, what is best for you. Some details. But as no details of this situation have been given, I can't say. Now, another factor is that, the Guru may personally guide you, but there's a limit to how much any person other than Krishna can personally guide how many people. Srila Prabhupada himself, many times he was written letters by disciples, and he would say, you ask your temple president for guidance. Because Srila Prabhupada, being very practical, knew that he couldn't personally guide every single person, every single disciple in Krishna consciousness. He said that all of his disciples should have 10,000 disciples, but he initiated a little less than 5,000, but he didn't attempt the impossible by trying to personally guide them in every step. He did have his leading disciples come and spend time with him as his secretary. He would rotate them, and Srila Prabhupada would in this way guide some leading disciples who were expected to guide others, and in this way the guidance would filter down, and then Prabhupada's instructions are there in his books also. So, Vande Gurun are the first two words of anyone? Sri Chaitanya Charitamrita, offering obeisances to the Gurus. Vande Gurun Isha Bhaktam. So we also have the prayer, Vandeham Sri Guru. I offer respect to the Guru, and then Sri Guru, and to all the Gurus. So the Guru term is also, apart from the spiritual Guru, there's also, it's used in a wide way. Guru means elders, means specifically the parents, the husband. So we should also take shelter of the Gurus as much as they teach about Krishna consciousness. If they don't teach about Krishna consciousness, then it's not very helpful, which is often the problem, because people really do only have one Guru. If their husband isn't Krishna conscious, or their wife isn't Krishna conscious, or there's no one around them who's Krishna conscious. But in this case, the Mataji who's writing is married to a devotee who is a good Krishna conscious devotee. So in this instance, I would advise her to, you can take shelter of your husband. It's very difficult for women in the modern age to even think like that, because they're trained in a different way. But this is what we learn from. Well, I learned it from Prabhupada. I wasn't raised in this tradition. Devotees often say I'm very conservative or this and that, but it's not that I was raised in a very conservative family. Not at all. I mean, it was neither very liberal nor very conservative. It just, it's a normal family in the West, which by Indian standards is not at all conservative. But this so-called conservatism, I just learned it from Prabhupada's books, that's all. Otherwise, where would I have learned it from? So, women who are fortunate to have a good Krishna conscious husband should learn to take shelter. And those who don't, well, they should. Still, they have to worship. This we find in Srimad Bhagavatam. Repeatedly, the term is used there, Pati Devata, which is translated as a woman who has such an attitude to see her husband as God is described as chaste woman, but there's no real proper translation in English for the whole cultural understanding that goes with that. Anyway, please give me some mercy in some form. Well, you can send us some mercy and give some service. can ask Nitai Chaitanya to send her some transcribing. There's so much transcribing work to be done. So please take that and remain steady in Krishna consciousness. That's all. The process is very simple. But we are slaves of Maya. But if we stick to the process, then Krishna will help us. So I can encourage you. There's no magic wand. Just get a special mercy. He's talking about special mercy. But special mercy comes to those who really try to do something very special in the service of Krishna. Those are the ones who get the special mercy. If you think that I won't, I'll just go along in a lackadaisical way, not trying very hard, and I'll get some special mercy, that is a cheating process. So that's why I say we often emphasize mercy to the extent that the very function of the guru is like taking the alcohol out of beer or something. There's nothing left. People drink beer because it's alcoholic, but if you take the alcohol out, then it looks like it, tastes like it. I mean, I never drunk denatured beer, but just an example. What gives it its oomph is missing. Of course, in Russia they don't consider beer even alcoholic, right? It's just considered like lemonade or something. Alcohol means vodka. Really? That's their. They sell on the street. They have these huge tankers of that drink with some alcohol, and people can just come. It's just like drinking lemonade or something. I think in your country they have that also, isn't it? No, only in Russia. So it's like, there's the guru is supposed to give spiritual knowledge, spiritual instruction. If it's just, only the taste is there. There's no instruction. It's just mercy, mercy, mercy. And then, I don't have to do anything. It's just mercy, that's all. But there are instructions to follow them. If you follow them, you get the mercy. So please go on in Krishna consciousness. There will be tests, for sure. Welcome the tests, because without them we can't become Krishna conscious. So don't become discouraged. Keep on going. Okay, now I'll go to the